Am I the a-hole for doing this cute polygel set? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. It's me, Nai. No, I am not showing my face, and no, this is not a tutorial. Me doing my nails is merely a background video for this juicy video where I will be reading Reddit confessions, Am I the a-hole? Now, y'all know I'm messy and I love a good juicy tale. So without further ado, let's get right into these Am I the a-hole confessions. Am I the a-hole for telling my brother his special needs kid is just kind of a brat? Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so this blew up over the weekend, and now I'm stuck replaying everything in my head, wondering if I crossed a line. My brother, 33 male, and his wife, 32 female, have a 7-year-old son, Ben. For the past couple years, they've been saying he's neurodivergent with sensory issues. No official diagnosis, though, just a lot of we're still figuring things out and vague stuff from Google. I'm not saying they're making it up, but it's all a bit murky. Ben is intense, like if food touches on his plate, he loses it. He'll interrupt constantly, scream if something doesn't go his way, throw stuff. The whole house stops when he has one of his meltdowns. They say it's him expressing big feelings, and they usually try to soothe him. No real consequences ever. Now, I'm not a parent, I get that, but I'm 35, I've babysat, I've been around kids, I'm not totally clueless. Anyway, over the weekend, I visited them and offered to watch Ben for a couple hours while they ran out. I was honestly kind of dreading it, but here's the weird part. It was totally fine. I laid out a few rules right away. No yelling, no throwing stuff. If he did, I'd take a toy away for 10 minutes. He tested me once, I followed through, and then he just chilled. We played with Legos. He was actually really sweet, even ate veggies at lunch without a fuss. It was kind of shocking. When my brother got back, I told him it had gone really well, and maybe I should have shut up. I said, honestly, I think he just needs firmer boundaries. Everything changed. My brother's face went red. His wife looked like I'd said something unforgivable. I got hit with, you don't know what we go through. You're not a parent. You think we're faking this? They said I was cold, judgmental, and that I'd probably traumatized Ben with my discipline. Now I'm back home wondering if I totally screwed up. I don't think I was cruel. I was calm and consistent, but maybe I overstepped. Maybe there's more going on than I can see in a few hours, or maybe they've just given up on settling limits. And it's easier to say it's a diagnosis than to admit they're overwhelmed. I love my nephew, I really do, but I also think kids need some kind of structure, and I don't know how to say that without sounding like an a-hole. So, am I the a-hole? Girl, honestly, I feel like there are some things that you can't see behind closed doors, but in my opinion, I think that even a child that is neurodivergent still needs to have some strict boundaries enforced upon them. Just because they are neurodivergent does not mean that they cannot learn. And I feel like setting some sort of boundaries is going to stop all of the tantrums and stuff like that. Also, I like reading this, I don't know, y'all can give me all the opinions in the comment. I don't think this person came off like rude or anything like that. I can see how the parents would react that way. I totally could see, but this person didn't come off wrong or anything like that. So I don't know. In my opinion, no, you are not the asshole, but you do need to mind your business. Am I the a-hole for finally calling out my flaky friend after she faked an emergency? Girl, we all been through it. I, 27 female, have a friend, Lena, 28 female, who's been flaking on me for months. Every time we make plans like dinner, concerts, even just coffee, she cancels last minute with some crisis. Work, emergency, family drama, sudden fatigue. I've been patient, but last week was the final straw. We had tickets to a show I've been hyped for. She canceled 2 hours before, texting, so sorry, my cat is acting weird and I'm freaking out. Need to monitor him. I called BS. She posted her cat playing happily on Instagram. 30 minutes later, I replied, if you didn't want to go, you could have just said that. This is the 3rd time this month. She blew up saying I was heartless for doubting her and that pets get sick suddenly. Our mutual friends are split. Some say I was too harsh. Others agree she's been shady. Am I the a-hole for calling her out? Absolutely the fuck not. If this girl have been flaking for months on end, like, girl, are you okay? If you don't want to hang out with me, just say that. Like, I've been through that multiple times, and it's like, if you don't want to hang out, just say you don't want to hang out. You don't have to make an excuse. And those type of people need to be called out on their BS. Like, hello? So, no, sister girl, in my opinion, you are not the a-hole. Next case. Am I the a-hole for wanting a photo shoot at my wedding with only my bride and our biological parents without my stepmom? Ciao. My wedding is later this month. My wife-to-be and I would like to take photos of many configurations of family members, and it would mean a lot to us if at least one of those photos was of the two of us and each of our biological parents. My parents divorced over 10 years ago when I was in college. My dad remarried, but my mom has not. I love my dad, but I feel zero affection for my stepmom. I never have. She did not raise me and has only made life difficult for me, my mom, and my sister. However, I love my dad, and I have accepted that if I want to maintain a relationship with him, that I have no choice but to tolerate her. I told my dad about the bio parents only photo that I wanted to take at my up-and-coming wedding, and he told me that his wife was being weird about that and refused to allow such a photo to be taken, but that he would talk to her to see if he could change her mind. He called me back today and informed me that my stepmom absolutely refuses to allow my dad to appear in any photo with his ex-wife if she isn't also a part of it. She thinks that people would think they're still married and that for me to even suggest such a thing is rude and disrespectful to her. Apparently, she has had a prolonged, explicit filled argument with my dad over the idea that he could ever think of not taking her side on this. I don't think I am asking for anything unreasonable at all, and I think she is the one who is being selfish and disrespectful. I am not excluding her entirely from photos. She will be in many photos that day, but she is not my biological mother, and given how she has treated me and the rest of my family over the past decade, she should frankly be thankful that she was invited at all. All I want is one photo with my own parents on my wedding day, the one day in life where I would hope that my fiance and I should get the final say. My fiance and her parents are completely on my side. She is upset and shocked that this is a conflict at all. Today we had a call with the four of us, me, my fiance, my dad, and my stepmom. On this call, my dad firmly said that he refused to appear in any photo with my mom without his wife beside him. My stepmom told me that, I know it's your day, but you need to think about how you make other people feel. She told my fiance, who is from another country, that in America, this is considered rude. My fiance tearfully argued with them, saying nothing that I disagree with. Honestly, the call ended with my dad saying, let us know if you still want us to come to the wedding. Am I the a-hole for thinking my stepmom is being completely unreasonable and that my dad has let me down by siding with his wife over his own son on his son's wedding day? In my humble, correct opinion, you are not the a-hole, my friend. I think that a wedding is one of the most beautiful, memorable days. And if you want a family photo with just you and your birth mother and your birth father on your wedding day, that should not be a problem whatsoever. Her being the stepmom, she should understand that. But as you said, she's been making your life a living hell. So I don't even see this as a surprise. I don't even know the lady. But if it was my wedding and I want my biological dad and my biological mom to take a picture of me, I don't think that my stepdad would have a problem with it at all because he's going to be in a lot of pictures. As he said, his stepmom is going to be in a lot of pictures, so she should not have a problem with this. In my opinion, no, you are not the a-hole. Argue with your mammy, not me. Next case. Am I the a-hole for refusing to split the cost of a rental car and then getting cut out of the trip I planned? Excuse me? About a week ago, my brother's friend, let's call him Adam, mentioned he was going on a business trip to a big city, Metroville. He made it clear it wasn't a vacation and said he didn't want anyone tagging along. On New Year's, I went to Metroville with some friends. My brother Eli couldn't come because of work, though I encouraged him to take a break. Later, I noticed he seemed interested in the city when Adam brought it up again, so I decided to plan another trip, this time including Eli. He was excited, took time off, and asked if he could bring a couple of friends. I agreed, and we started planning. I was going to drive us in my car. We had dates at hotels set. Adam wasn't part of the plan at all. Out of nowhere, Eli's other friend Marcus told me that Adam was coming and needed a ride. My car didn't have space, and instead of splitting rides, they suggested we rent a larger car and split the cost, about $1,000 for 5 days, just to make room for Adam, who wasn't even vacationing with us. I said no. I didn't think it was fair to take on that extra cost just to accommodate someone who wasn't part of our group. I made that clear. The next day, I found out there was a group chat I wasn't even in. Then Marcus messaged me, calling me immature, and Eli texted me seconds later asking if I was okay with not going. So I didn't back out. I got pushed out of the trip I planned. I'm pretty upset, especially since my own brother was part of it. I didn't make it about money or control. I just didn't want to foot the bill for someone else's business trip. Am I the a-hole for refusing to split the rental and then getting excluded from the trip I organized? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not care what anybody says. If I plan a trip and I already have a head count and I know who's going and we've already paid for everything and everything's settled, and someone else who's not even on our trip wants to join, I'm not gonna split the bill for someone that's not even gonna be there. Like, you're paying for literally nothing at all. And they mentioned that it was $1,000? A whole bit? You think I'm finna just spin a ban on somebody for no reason? Absolutely not. In fact, if you want to ride with your friends, y'all all can rent a car together and drive together. Since you want to be with him so bad, he's not even going to be with us on a trip. Y'all can all ride together in your car, and I'll just ride over here in my car. And that's just how it's going to go. I'm not splitting the bill with y'all because he's not on the trip. So, no, you're not the a-hole. Next case. Would I be the a-hole if I asked to be emancipated for full control of my money? Throwaway for privacy, but for context, 2 years ago, my mom married my stepdad. Both have kids of their own from before they met each other. My mom has 5, including me, and my stepdad has 5 as well. So when we all moved in together and went from me living with 4 other kids to 9 other kids, I'm the oldest, 16. I don't want to give out too much info, but I make money online. I started out just doing it for fun for a little before my mom married my stepdad, but it's gotten bigger than just a fun hobby. The problem is my mom and stepdad both got involved and control all the money that I make. They spend it on bills, clothes for my siblings, groceries, and stuff like that, but barely let me spend any of it. I can't save too much on my debit card. Also, it's not just about money. It's also about them making me babysit the other kids and sharing my things with them, even though they don't take care of things. Would I be the a-hole to look into this? Honestly, I don't know who you are, but we're going to find you. I know you're on YouTube or something. You make money online. We're going to find you. No, I'm joking. But I don't think you would be the a-hole if you decide to look into emancipating yourself, especially if they're controlling all your money. I mean, you're 16. You should at least have control over your own money. Now, I can see if you were spending it on something, that was crazy for a 16-year-old. But if you just want to spend it on, going out with friends or getting yourself food or buying yourself something nice or doing something for yourself, I don't see why, that would be a problem, why they couldn't, give you your own money. So no, if you do decide to look into emancipating yourself, I do not think you would be the a-hole. I think you would be doing yourself justice because it could get worse. Next motherfucking case. Am I the a-hole for telling my friend my solo trip wasn't meant to be a group trip after he booked a flight to join me? I, 20 female, have been planning a solo trip through Asia for the past 6 months. It's a 2-month-long trip. I booked my flights and accommodations months ago and built out a detailed itinerary. I always saw this as my trip, something I was doing alone, but open to overlapping with friends here or there. A friend of mine, 30 male, who I met in university, mentioned months ago that he was also thinking of traveling. In person, I said that if he was free, maybe we could overlap. Later on, he asked for my itinerary, and I shared it, but I didn't ask for his input or plan it with him. I'd already made most of the arrangements on my own. He recently told me less than a week before the trip starts that he booked flights. He'd be sick for a while, so I wasn't even sure he was still going. When I clarified that I still saw this as a solo trip, not something we'd be doing together the whole way, he got upset. He brought up an old message where I said, "This is as much as your trip as mine." As proof, I misled him, but I only said that when he was apologizing for being sick and slow to confirm. and I was trying to be nice. We never actually planned anything together or had a conversation about traveling as a pair. He just adopted my itinerary. He now says he wouldn't have booked the same route if he'd known we weren't doing it together. I feel bad, he's disappointed, and I apologize for not being more explicit earlier. But I don't think I should be blamed for assumptions he never communicated. He didn't ask questions, didn't help plan, and could have just picked one country to overlap in instead of mimicking my full 2-month trip. So, am I the a-hole for not telling him sooner that this wasn't a shared trip? Honestly, I'm pretty stuck. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little stuck here. I mean, it's your trip that you've been planning for 6 months, and it's your solo trip. You plan this by yourself. Like, by yourself. You. Solo. Uno. You. One. So I can see how it's frustrating that he just like, all right, I see your itinerary. I'm going to do exactly what you're doing. I'm just going to go. Like, I'm not even going to tell you that I'm going to book the flight. I'm just going to book the flight, and we're going to go. It's like, and then 20 and 30? Girl, you're saving yourself. Trust me. No, you're not the a-hole. Even though you did say this is your trip as much as mine, what I'm getting when you said that was like, this is your trip. Like, you are planning you a trip. I'm planning me a trip. We're going to overlap. Like, it's cool. That's how I'm thinking you were saying it. Not like it's our trip. You know what I mean? Because if that's what you meant, I'm pretty sure you would have said it's our trip. So, no, you are not the a-hole. Next case. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give my pregnant sister the baby name I picked out years ago? This is the disclaimer that the person put. They said, English is not my first language, so sorry for any mistakes or typos. We got you. Okay, so this has caused a huge fight in my family, and I need outside opinions. I, 29 female, have known for years that I want to name my future daughter Lena, short for Helena, Gake name. Okay, what's Gake? What's Gake? Upon doing research, I assume this person is Japanese because that's what popped up when I searched up Gate. Never mind. Just an example, meaning a short name that stands for another longer name, like Beth for Elizabeth. It was my grandmother's name, who basically raised me while my mom worked 2 jobs and a side hustle. She passed when I was 17, and I've always known I wanted to honor her if I ever have a daughter. I even have a little locket with her name engraved on it that I keep for that reason. My older sister, 34 female, who we'll call Jen, is currently 6 months pregnant with her first child. Jen just found out it's a girl, and at dinner last weekend she announced that she's naming the baby Lena. I was kind of stunned and just said, wait, my Lena? She looked confused and said, well, Grandma Lena, yeah, we all loved her. Girl, bye. I reminded her that I always said I would use that name, and it's been my baby name forever. She basically said I don't own it, and that since she's actually having a baby first, she's using it. I told her she could at least told me before announcing it, and that I feel like she did it on purpose to hurt me. She rolled her eyes and said I'm being overly emotional and territorial about a name. My mom is backing her up, saying it's just a name and that I should be happy our grandmother is being honored. My boyfriend thinks it's messed up, but says I should just let it go to keep the peace. But I feel like my sister knew what the name meant to me and chose to take it first. I'm not even sure I want to talk to her right now. So, am I the a-hole for being upset and not wanting her to have the name Lay It On Me? Do I just move on and honor my granny another way? Honestly, I feel like your sister is fake and phony, because why would you pick the name and I had the name for years, and I got a locket, I did all of this stuff, so why would you pick that name? Like, you could have did anything else. Hello? It is messed up. But at the end of the day, you can't change her mind. Like, if she's going to name her baby that, she's going to name her baby that. Like, you can't stop her. So, I feel like just to keep your sanity and your peace, not theirs, your sanity and your peace, you should just move on and honor your grandmother in another way. Because that right there, that's pretty messed up. But no, you are not the a-hole, in my opinion. Next case. Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend it's unfair that my girlfriend isn't invited on her birthday holiday? Oh, this is juicy. Me, 27 male, best friend, 25 female, invited me on a holiday for her birthday next year. The group includes my BFF, her girlfriend, and several other close friends, 2 of whom are in a relationship and going as a couple. My girlfriend, 24 female, was not invited. BFF and girlfriend have known each other for years, but BFF has made it clear she doesn't like her and claims they have nothing in common. My girlfriend, on the other hand, thinks they're on good terms. As time has gone on, BFF's made passive comments about girlfriend, and her girlfriend has openly expressed dislike for her. Here's where it gets messy, okay? Girlfriend's close friend was invited, then another couple were added to the trip, so it feels like it's turning into a couple's heavy trip, except my partner isn't welcome. Ciao. I told BFF this makes me uncomfortable, especially because I've stood by her through a lot. I supported her emotionally during some very confusing times. I've continued offering her lifts, helped plan around her needs, and stayed present even when her girlfriend has been rude and dismissive towards me. I've bent over backwards for this friendship because I genuinely care. I tried to express that excluding my girlfriend feels unfair, and BFF got very upset. She said it's not a couple's holiday, just a trip with people she's close to. She claims I shouldn't feel excluded because she will be there for me, and that she'd go on a holiday with my group even if her girlfriend wasn't invited. She then unloaded a lot, saying I've changed since getting into a relationship, that I put my girlfriend first too much, that I don't prioritize our friendship, and even suggested that I'm letting my girlfriend come between us. She says she loves me and that we've drifted, but blamed it largely on how everything is about her lately. I understand where she's coming from, but from my perspective, it's hard to go on a trip where my girlfriend is being pointedly excluded while other partners are gradually being included. I'm not asking for them to be best friends, just civil. My girlfriend has never caused drama or spoken ill of my BFF, so it's hard seeing her treated like a problem when she's been respectful. Who blew my phone up? Now my BFF is telling me that if I don't want to come without my girlfriend, I should just not come. I do want to be there for her, but I also don't want to throw my partner under the bus or pretend that it's hurtful. Am I the a-hole? Your best friend like you. Your best friend like you. Let's be honest. Hold on. Let's cut the shit. Let's be honest. Your best friend likes the same sex, obviously, because she has a girlfriend. But I think that over the course of you guys' friendship, she fell in love, but not in a I want to be in a relationship type of way, just that I want you all to myself type of way. You get it? Stay with me. She doesn't want you in a relationship because you're not putting your focus on her. You're putting your focus on someone new, and she doesn't like that. In my opinion, what I feel like you should do is not go on this trip if your girlfriend is not being invited, because she's being a little fake and a little phony. You got to teach her a lesson. Hold on. So if you don't go, you are not the a-hole. If you do go, you will indeed be the a-hole. Do not play with me. Sorry, got a little too out of control there. Let me bring it back. Next case. Am I the a-hole for asking my depressed girlfriend to help me clean? So to explain, my girlfriend has severe anxiety and depression, and I've always supported her through her low points for years. I understand what depression can do to a person and how all-consuming it can be. I would, of course, never blame someone for that. However, she was fired from her job about a year ago, and it was really, really hard on her. Eventually, we decided that I would work and support us financially for the time being, and she would handle housework and such, at least until she felt like she wanted to get back out there. Things were good for a while until recently. For the last 2-3 months, she's been avoiding housework entirely. Laundry doesn't get done. She makes meals maybe once or twice a week. The dishes don't get done. She leaves a mess everywhere, such as cereal bowls or plates all around, soda cans, dirty clothes, etc. Keep in mind, she is home 24/7 unless out with friends, and we have no kids or pets. She has no responsibilities other than this. When I come home, I'm very exhausted, and it's frustrating having to constantly clean up after her. I usually end up doing the chores myself and then asking her to please remember to do them next time, and she always shrugs it off, saying she will next time but never does. So recently, instead of pushing her to do the work herself, I talked to her and told her that I understand how she's feeling and that maybe it would help her feel motivated if she cleaned up alongside me. Like we could both clean up together so she doesn't feel so pressured or alone. But she just yelled at me, accusing me of trying to manipulate her and saying that I'm making her feel worse and I'm belittling and infantilizing her. It was hard to hear, But I don't know what else to do at the moment. Yes, in the broader sense, I was manipulating her to clean, I guess, but I thought offering to do it together was thoughtful and would actually help her feel better about it. But the way things are going is making me feel resentment towards her every day that I come home and have to shoulder all the burden. And I love her so I hate feeling this way. Am I the a-hole? I don't know what else to do. No, you are not the a-hole. I understand what depression can do to a person. I go through depression also, and I can admit cleaning up is hard, but every single day not cleaning up and not doing anything and you don't have any responsibilities, you have to push yourself and you need somebody there to push you as well. So no, you are not the a-hole for asking her to get up and help you clean up, because she also lives there. She's not doing anything. Not to sound harsh, but she's not doing anything. The least she can do is clean up, even in her state. So yeah, no, you're not the a-hole. Okay, guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please let me know, because I do want to do more videos like this, more sit-down videos, and like recording me doing my nails or my makeup or my hair and just doing a cute little voiceover or something. I don't know, something really fun, something really exciting. I'm still going to be vlogging and doing sit-down videos. It's just a little slower because I don't really have anything to vlog, or I don't really have anything to sit down and talk about, but I have a vlog coming out that is really exciting, and I have a lot to talk about now, and I have more videos coming out now because I have a huge stepping stone coming in my way, and I'm so excited. But yes, please let me know if you guys like videos like these. I will continue to put more out. I will do a part 2 of Am I the A-hole? Yeah. But thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell a friend that I'm back. And as always, I love you.